this opportunity to reflect on the meaning of seeing the first Asian American and African American mixed race female woman to be nominated for the office of Vice President of the United States. What a remarkable moment it was to see her tonight on the debate stage, so well prepared, so in command of the facts. And I have to say that Vice President Pence had a difficult job tonight, which was to defend the indefensible, to gloss over the failed Trump presidency and his own complicity in the chaos, in the fact that he was the chair of the pandemic task force that has failed to come up with a testing plan, that has failed to control this pandemic. Of all of the advanced industrialized countries, the American response to this pandemic is an embarrassment. And this embarrassing situation can be directly traced to the failure of Donald Trump to lead. In the presidential debate and tonight again, Vice President Pence resurfaced this talking point about Donald Trump taking such bold action in banning travel from China. I was just reviewing some of the press of the last few days that were fact-checking this boast of President Trump and this repeated boast of Vice President Pence. The United States, there were 45 nations that instituted travel restrictions on persons traveling from China before the United States. And in fact, the so-called travel ban was not, in fact, a travel ban. It only restricted travel by foreign nationals from China. There were more than 40,000 people who traveled from China who were not subject to self-quarantine or rigorous testing. Reflecting back, many scientists and public health experts say that these travel restrictions only work in conjunction with vigorous and rigorous testing and contact tracing. And testing and contact tracing are still not in place. In fact, the outbreak at the White House that we've seen recently, the contact tracing of all of those who might have come into contact with the president and people present at the Rose Garden announcement of the new Supreme Court Justice nominee is wholly inadequate. They have not even committed to contact tracing within their own administration. And they have not done that for the nation. So Vice President Pence had a lot to be accountable for tonight. Let me also say that it was distressing to see the Vice President not answer the question squarely about whether he believed in climate change science, whether or not that he took seriously science at all. He did acknowledge that that climate change did have some effects, but he was in no way able to elaborate on a plan. He defended clean air, clean water, and a better so-called environment, but none of those respond to the extreme weather events that we've seen with hurricanes and the conditions we've seen on the west coast of the United States in these tremendous fires that have overcome our state, the state of California, where I am a representative, and the states of Washington and Oregon. You know, she had to overcome tonight, and I think she did so with grace, but firmness. She had to overcome his mansplaining, the arrogant posture that he was trying to tell lecture her on a number of topics. I mean, it was preposterous for him to try to talk to her about racism, to talk about criminal justice reform. It is laughable that this administration has any claim to criminal justice reform in any sincere form. And you don't need to look at Kamala Harris's background as the Attorney General of California, what she did to protect consumers, what she did to protect veterans from predatory for-profit colleges. As chairman of the Veterans Affairs Committee, this has been one of my top priorities. It was something that even before I became a chairman, that outraged me, that our veterans were being targeted in a predatory way by for-profit colleges, that their GI Bill benefits were being just sucked up and put it away. Kamala Harris played a significant role in bringing to account Corinthian colleges and ITT Tech. But this administration has in place a Secretary of Education and a president who see nothing wrong. In fact, they have tried to unleash the predatory nature of these profit colleges even more. I'm quite confident that Kamala Harris and President Biden will bring a profound new respect to those who serve in our armed forces, those who are veterans. I thought it was that when Senator Harris pointed out the president's disrespect of those who serve in military uniform, his lack of understanding of why people wear the uniform of this country, and all the Vice President Pence could do was to try to feign outrage and to shake his head at things that the president has very much said and has been documented. So I thought she did a brilliant job tonight of laying out the case, the positive case for a Biden-Harris administration, and she pushed back on, I think, the very ineffective and frankly impossible defense mounted by Vice President Pence to defend the policies, the indefensible policies of this administration.